square to the shooter. And boy, he's the real deal. As you watch the rebound there.
Yeah, just calm.
Kind of a tough rebound as he gets one off the chest. The Terriers are right there to bat it out of the air. And never fade. Doesn't fade Spencer Knight one bit.
Nope.
Pucks to the net. Just throwing pucks on the net. Great job keeping it at the blue line. D-to-D pass. Nothing really, not really a hard shot. Took a little off it to get it to the net. Through traffic, Eagles did a good job getting a body in front of the net.
Mantle looking for an opening, got it back for a shot attempt.
Wow.
There, gloved and held by Tucker on the bid by Matala. Got it ahead to Wise. Wise then lost it. Now the Eagles jump back down central here. Pass for Cotton and a goal.
We've talked about it all night, Bernie. One-on-one battles.
The face-off, it's one back. Ferentz drops it. Zegras back to Ferentz with a slapper and a goal. David Ferentz, center point, drills it, and the Terriers are on the board and have life.
You know, sometimes it's a simple game, Bernie. Pucks to the net, right? Position the point man high in that grade A area, right down central. Let one rip. Try to get a little traffic in front, and boom, it's a ball game. Walk the puck to the middle a little bit. Here we go. D to D. Back to Ferentz. Ferentz one-timer. Looks like it got the stick of somebody in front, but Terriers did a good job getting bodies in front.
So the Terriers have finally broken through Spencer Knight. Now the Eagles on the jump here suddenly. McLaughlin far side. Shot down McLaughlin and Tucker comes sprawling across. Now Cotton gets it back. Saved. Rebound saved by Tucker. And Tucker continues to keep the door shut.
Patrick, you've had quite the goal-scoring form recently. I think your point streak is up to 5 games now. It seems like this time of year you always kind of get going. What do you think really makes the difference for you late in the season?
I think the magnitude of the games. Obviously, these are the more exciting games when it's coming down to crunch time, and it's the point where every next goal is pretty big. So I kind of thrive in those situations, and just as I've been doing all season, going to the right spots, and pucks have been going in for me.
Patrick, how much of a spark was it for you guys like to see, you know, some of your predecessors out there getting a banner race and a thing, a full building, you know, pretty electric atmosphere?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Those guys came in before a pregame meal and talked to us. Me personally, I was just in awe of those guys. Everything they've done for the university as well as the country is unbelievable. Those guys definitely deserve to be honored tonight. Those are the types of guys that I saw who played here before me, and it made me want to play here. It makes you feel special to put on a jersey, and it was just awesome to meet those guys personally. Those guys are, being an American-born player, those guys are kind of my heroes, so it was cool to see.
Obviously played BC and played Northeastern before, right? How much do the games like this coming at this point of the season, like you kind of talked about already, just how much does that prepare you going into playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, it's playoff hockey, so you're seeing every team's best. Therefore, you got to bring your best, and I mean, they're just fun to play in. There's always when BC comes in, the atmosphere is great, and it's just a really exciting game to play in. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, over the past couple games, the one in UConn on the road, I thought we played very well. Just kind of slipped away from us at the end. But tonight, I think we were pretty good. Throughout the game, we had a lot of chances. Knight was great. Obviously, you're going to expect that from a goalie like him. I feel like if we maybe could have beat him earlier, it could have been a different scenario. But I mean, you just see in these types of games when you make a little mistake, it can really come to haunt you. And got to give BC credit. They were optimistic on our mistakes tonight, and it allowed them to get the lead early, and they kind of hung on to it.
Sort of set up almost like an early playoff series next weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we kind of owe them some payback after the being caught. That kind of stuck with our group, and I mean, it's all in front of us. At this point, the league is so tight that every team's good, and it's going to come down to the final weekend, which, like you said, is going to be a playoff series, and that can also benefit us because we can gear us up if we're able to get points and get into the playoffs. We'll have that playoff mindset already going into it. So
excited for that series?
I thought it was a pretty good college hockey game, to be honest with you. Just the way the thing started with the ceremony and the little girl doing the national anthem was a pretty electric start to the game. And I thought we came out in the first, played pretty well. I thought we played well in the second. There's a couple moments, within the game that you don't. You get a good offensive team, they can take advantage. I think at one point we were close to mid-second. I think we were out shooting like 16, 17-6. We turn a puck over, they go down the other end. They score one from the blue line. It was a little bit of a deflator, and we had a lot of momentum going. That was a big goal for them. But you got to tip your cap. They played really well through the neutral zone. They gave us trouble through the neutral zone. I thought we did a good job of forechecking, but they work hard at their net, and they're hard to score on when you can't get bodies in front of him. Spencer played well, and I thought our goalie competed his butt off. So I just thought it was a pretty even game, and there was opportunities for them to make plays, and they made a couple. We had a couple 2-on-1s, a couple plays alone. We had a 2-on-1 similar to them right in the first period where we ended up passing and hit a guy in the foot, whereas they make a play and they score. So it was a couple moments in the game where we could have scored some goals. We either didn't, we didn't make the play, or we made a big one. That ended up being the difference. They're really good. They got a good team. And overall, I like our team. I think we just got to keep doing what we're doing. I thought we got better this weekend, even though we didn't get the result we wanted. I think we played pretty well.
It's another game where you stick with a really solid opponent, but then the result just doesn't come. Do you feel like it's still a point in the year where you're happy to take those positives and make what you can of them, or is it starting to be about the results here?
Well, we're in the playoffs now, really. We're fighting for a playoff spot, fighting for home ice. We win two games next weekend. If we were fortunate enough to get a sweep, we could have home ice. So our league's hard. Other teams are teams that you might not expect to win are winning, and some that you might expect to lose. It's tight. The only team that's really kind of had their way is BC. If you look around the league, it's been pretty back and forth, and teams fighting and clawing for points, and it's coming down to the last weekend. And for us, you get a lot of freshmen in the lineup. These are important moments that they have to learn from, and so it's a learning process for us. Obviously, results are the most important. No one wants to lose to a rival team, and in the way that we did with that bigger crowd, it's a tough pill to swallow for everyone. But we can't sit here and sulk about it. We got to get better next week and do the things that we didn't do well. We have to improve on to make sure we get results next week. And if we have a good weekend next week, then we'll be in the playoffs, and then whoever it ends up being is continually pushing. Then you're a couple wins away from playing the Garden and playing for a trophy. So I think we just got to make sure we stay positive, and there's no reason for negativity at this time of year. We like our team. We've liked it all year. We're not going to go sour just because things aren't going right for us. We're just going to keep working on
it. Big series against Northeastern, local rival, in Park Avenue this year, and they got swept this weekend, so they're going to have a lot of desperation going into their series. Is it that we want to?
To me, not really. Maybe to the guys. I think we just got to prepare for an opponent. We want to get into the playoffs. We want to put ourselves in the best spot, and that's the focus. We got to worry about playing a good game on Friday night, having a good week of practice, taking some rest. This time of year, it's kids have flu, guys a little dinged up, so hopefully we can be as healthy as we can going into next weekend and play our best hockey. I feel like we've played a pretty good stretch, minus the UConn game. I didn't think we played a bad game tonight. I actually thought we played well through the stretch of the game, but they're obviously the team everyone's chasing in our league, and they got it rolling pretty good right now.